Now, won't you look at that? The sun is shining. It is warm. I looked straight into the sun. I shouldn't have done that. Shit, my eyes. Okay, Yum, yum, yum. Good looking oatmeal. So today is a different kind of day. I'm going to be taking out the Canon sx730hs power shot. I have no idea what kind of camera this is. It's looking kind of durable. It's looking kind of good. It feels kind of good on your hand as a Digi Camera, because I have never gotten used to the idea of Digi cameras. But I'm guessing that the power shot has always been kind of the pro model of Digi cameras, if there is such a thing. So yeah, trying to test it out. I got 2 packages on the way, and luckily for us, they're heading into 2 different locations. So on to do 2 different drop-offs. So we get to see more of the town and photograph more of the town at the same time. So yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the post office these days, or is it me? Did I pick out the wrong place where to drop off? Okay, so while I'm having my break here, I'm just gonna quickly tell you some specs about this camera. And for those who are thinking that, dude, you just ate breakfast, it's been over 4 hours. So funny how time flies in a video. But okay, it's got a 21 megapixel sensor, a Digi 6. It takes super fine photos, JPEGs, not RAWs, not any kind of RAWs. So that's a bit of a bummer. But I don't think that many, Digi cameras take RAWs anyway. The maximum aperture is 3.3 and the minimum is 6.9, and you have to take in consideration that it is a variable, aperture. So when you're zooming in, it closes the aperture, and on maximum zoom it's 6.9. So it has a tilting screen, which is really nice when you're taking photos. The maximum shutter speed is 15 seconds. The minimum is 1/3200. So not that much when you are probably in this day and age used to something like 8,000 or maybe even 10,000. It also has some video capabilities, but I'm not gonna go into those video capabilities because they are full HD 60 FPS, so that's pretty much you have to know. Of course, the tilt screen is pretty nice because it goes all the way up like this. If you are taking videos of yourself, etc., or taking a selfie, for example, this is pretty neat. Oh yeah, I got the box. Oh, it wasn't even a box, it was an envelope. I'm pretty sure I know what's in here, and it's a couple of batteries and charger for my XH2 and my XH2S. Exactly what I thought. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish my break and let's head to the next box and to the next location. this I do know what this is gonna be. And this is something I've been waiting for a while. Is there anything else in there? Nope. Whoa, it really is a warm day. It is the warmest this spring. I am getting really sweaty just walking in my hoodie. That is something that I haven't gotten used to yet because, well, it is warm. This is something Finns never get used to. It's either the first snow of winter or, you know, the first heats of summer. But what I decided to get was this. The Shure anamorphic 50mm f1.8. Recently, if you haven't noticed yet, I've been getting into videos much more, and I really wanted to put something on the table and make my videos a little bit unique once in a while, and maybe even come up with a short cinematic again. And don't worry, the light is a little bit fluctuating. It is cloudy. I hate that when the light fluctuates. If I need to cut the video or something, it looks dumb. But the 50mm. This is something that was suggested to me to get, and there's a train passing, so let's just wait that out. It's funny, I come here a lot of times without looking at the timetables, looking for trains to photograph, and the time when I get here and do a video, there was like 2 trains. Jesus. But yeah, I was doing research on anamorphics, and there was a discussion about what anamorphic you should get, and somebody said that the first anamorphic you should always get on an APS-C sensor is the 50mm, because you are probably going to be filming subjects, and the 50mm is great for that. Nothing wide angle like a 24 or stuff like that. Get a 50mm, and I got that. If I get used to it, if I find it's good, then I'm gonna probably get a wider, you know, variation of lenses if I want to, but for now the 50mm is enough. But more about that on a later video. Some thoughts about the Canon camera. So this is a Digi Camera, Digi Camera, and well, yeah, so the way Canon's been doing things lately, I have no reason to believe that they're gonna amp up their Digi cameras or any, you know, what's the word, consumer cameras. So the cameras that are meant for just everyday consumers, or, you know, these kind of people who just want a camera to take photos with. Well, usually those people don't need a camera, an expensive camera or anything like that with some nice fancy stuff like 120 FPS that you really actually don't even need, but still, or maybe a 40 megapixel sensor. They don't need that, but they're not gonna amp up this, even though I'm gonna come up with some cons here. First of all, 21 megapixels is enough for any kind of photography. I love the flip screen. It flips upways like I showed you before, and well, yeah, that's about it. Then we're gonna go to the zoom. The zoom is quite far away. What I forgot to tell you, this is a 4.3 to 172 millimeter lens. So at 172 millimeters shooting without IBIS, it's horrible, it's terrible. And this, what the most terrible thing about this camera is that in even low ISO you get a lot of noise in low light. So I tried it out at the parking lot where I was before, and I took a shot of that Porsche, but otherwise I couldn't take any shots because they turned out really grainy, and I didn't like that at all. Otherwise, this is a great camera for an everyday consumer, a user that just wants to take memories of his travels and stuff like that. I appreciate that it is easy to carry with you because it is small. But if Canon decides to amp up their pocket cameras, I'd highly suggest trying out like making own film simulations, etc., just to make those photos a little bit more unique. The colors, they ain't bad. They're actually pretty awesome. I liked how the colors punch out when you take a photo, but otherwise I'd love to have some variety on how I want to, you know, picture the photo, how I want to show the photo, what kind of colors I want to show in the photo. So that would be kind of great. But yeah, let's head to the next destination. I'm actually just gonna take a photo of the train over there. I have no idea how it turned out because I can't see shit out here. But yeah, next destination, a few more photos. Just to see if I can take anything better than what I've taken so far. Now some closing statements about the camera. It's a great camera for street photography and travel photography. And that is the main reason why my dad bought himself that camera. But would I use it for anything else, like portraits or something like that? No, hell no, because it's a compact camera that is great for just those things. Street photography and, you know, travel photography. So that's great. The photos themselves, they are clean, they're sharp, they have a punch to them. I like them. But if you want something with a raw capability that you can edit those photos to your liking much better, then this isn't a camera for you. And if you want something that gives you more depth to your photos, then this isn't a camera for you either, because it has a variable, you know, aperture with the zoom and stuff like that. So it's not that great of giving depth, in my opinion. But otherwise, I like it. I like it that it's compact, it feels durable, it feels nice on your hand, it's easy to carry, and, you know, the JPEGs, they look nice. But that's it for this video. I'm just gonna go get something to eat again. I'm a big man, I'm always hungry, so I'm gonna get something to eat and end this video here. If you are looking forward to the anamorphic lens review and me doing stuff like that, remember to like, subscribe, maybe even hit the bell icon, because it'll give you notifications for those things. And yeah, I'll be getting to that lens next week, so see you then. See you on the next one.